Hello everyone and welcome to some new score predictions. The Premier League has finished, all the leagues have finished, and now we're down to the international competition. It's not the World Cup, it's not the Euros, it's basically a rip-off of the Euros. It is the Nations League, and this league is, just like your champion. It's not like a full proper league like they were planning on doing with like the Super League or your Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two. It is a Champions League format, but for international teams. But obviously a ripped-off version of the World Cup and the Euros. So basically, how it works is, I think it's the top 16 teams going to the top league. The next best 16 teams go into the second league, third league, fourth league, so on. I think there's only 4 leagues, and it's like just separated into groups. So you've got like your San Marinos and your Andorras in the lower league because they've not won a game in ages. And then you've got your top teams. I think Wales got promoted from League 2 last season, so they are now ranked as like one of the best 16 teams in Europe. There's no other nations from different continents. It is just European international sides. So it is a bit weird on how it works, but Wales is in here, Poland's in here, and that is the first matchup. So I'm only going to be predicting from the first league, League A, I think it is called, and then there's League B, League C, League D, separated into 4 different groups. All the group games are muddled up as well. So as you can see, the first game is Group 4, then we jump to Group 2, and it's all really bad managed, but somehow it works. Not many people like it, but it's just some score predictions to try and do international games. We can just think of it as some friendly games before the World Cup starts this December, but halfway through next season. That's really badly planned as well, but due to the heat weathers in Qatar, it has to fall halfway through your Premier League season and your Championship season. Anyway, first game in this tournament, Poland against Wales. Wales have got their World Cup qualification final either against Scotland or Ukraine, whoever wins out of those two sides, 3 days after this game on the Sunday next week on the time of recording this. Wales, they've got some really good players that you wouldn't really expect a good side, Wales, but they're actually really quite decent. Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey, more of the experienced older players, haven't had the greatest of seasons with their clubs. Aaron Ramsey did miss that vital penalty against Frankfurt in the Europa League final, and Gareth Bale has had a massive fallout with Real Madrid, really, for I think the entire of this season. It's been going on for a while, and it is confirmed that he's left Madrid now and could be going back to his old side in Tottenham or going to his hometown club in Cardiff City in the Championship. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And then they've also got some new youngster players coming in as well. Wales, Poland, I can only really think of one name, and that's Robert Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in the world. Poland didn't qualify for the World Cup. They lost in the knockout playoff stage. It was the playoffs. They finished in second in their group. I don't really know much on how that worked as well, but it's better planned out than this Nations League thing. But I know Poland, even though I can't really name any of their other players now that comes to mind, Poland, when they do play, have a very decent defence, especially when they come up against Wales. Anything could happen. As I said, they've got some new players coming through Wales. They're starting to build a better side now, and I'll fancy both teams to score in this one, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw to open up the competition. Probably a Bale goal and a Lewandowski goal. Really have to back him to score for Poland. Okay, next game, Spain and Portugal. You're always back when these two sides play. It's going to be a good one. It was a 3-3 draw in the World Cup in 2018. Really big game that was. Since then, we've had 2 boring 0-0 draws between these two sides, but hopefully that won't happen in this game. Portugal, Spain, both really sides that you wouldn't think are the best teams compared to like maybe England, France, Germany, Belgium, but they certainly have a really good team. Spain, of course, all their players from all over the leagues, really. I mean, I could name all their squad and go on for hours about it. Same with Portugal, with Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, young players in there as well, like Joao Felix from Atletico Madrid. Hasn't had too many starts this season for them, but certainly he played a few Champions League games. I think he scored against Manchester United. His goal scored there, which saw Atletico Madrid go through to the next rounds, and then they did get knocked out to Man City, but that's all past. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this game. I hope both sides will be, attacking, wanting to score goals rather than wanting to see out another 0-0 boring draw for the third time running. So I was still going to back a draw. First two games I've backed to be a draw. Let's move on to the next one, though. Czech Republic against Switzerland. Switzerland had really good Euros. Beat France. I think they got knocked out in the semi-final or the quarter-final. I think they beat France in the round of 16 of the Euros. But they've got a good squad, Switzerland do have. Same really with Czech Republic. You want, again, another two sides that... Definitely not two sides that you'll think are the top teams, but they actually have something about them, some good quality. I'll back Switzerland to win this one, 2-1. Croatia and Austria. This is not going to be a good game. I'll just edge Croatia 1-0. Nothing really much to say about these two sides. I know Luka Modric, I think, has retired from international football, and Austria, players that come to mind, you've got Arnautovic, Alaba. So Austria do have some pretty good players as well themselves, but I wouldn't really... I'll just back Croatia in this one. Again, it could be just a boring game, or again, both sides, if they want to attack, it could end in a big scoreline draw, like 3-3 or 4-4, but that probably won't happen. So I'll just go for a very bad game, but Croatia just to narrowly win this. France and Denmark, this will be a good one. France's squad, top quality. Benzema's going to be in there, Mbappe. Obviously, those are two best strikers in the world, and then their midfield as well with Pogba and Kante. Goalkeepers, got some good goalkeeping options, France do, now that Mainen from AC Milan moved from Lille to AC Milan to replace Donnarumma, who moved to PSG. But him and Hugo Lloris from Tottenham will be fighting for that goalkeeping spot. France, I'll back. It'll be a close game, just because of all that quality. Not going to say they'll absolutely run away with it, but Denmark as well, a pretty much underrated team. I think they were ranked eighth place in the European rankings. Denmark were, and they've got a really good squad from players in some of the top leagues. So don't underestimate Denmark, but I will back France just with the quality that they have. They should pick up the win in this game. Belgium and Netherlands. This is going to be a big one. Netherlands have some big players. Van Dijk, De Ligt, De Jong, Wijnaldum. Maybe not had the best season with PSG, but then you've got Memphis Depay in there as well. For the Netherlands, Danjuma, Bergwijn from Tottenham. Also Belgium as well there. They're just a cram-packed top team. I think Belgium's one of the favourites to win the World Cup. Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard. Again, Lukaku and Hazard haven't had the greatest seasons with their clubs as well, but it all changes when they come back to the international sides. I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory for Belgium. I'm going to go, this one's going to be a big, high-scoring game, I hope, because these two sides have some top quality attackers, and I want to see some good opportunities and some great goals. We move on to England against Hungary. All I can say is I think we'll easily get past this, 3-0 to England. Again, another side that I could name every one of their players of and say something positive about. Maybe not Harry Maguire, but Man United have had a horrible season. Again, another player that's had a really bad season with his club, but same with Jordan Pickford as well. But when they pull on the England shirts, they just suddenly become completely somebody different. So I know quite a few England fans. I think they were pretty much Manchester City and Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans don't support England, so I think it was pretty much Man City fans just saying bad things about Harry Maguire, that they didn't want him in the England squad. Harry Maguire is one of the best England defenders that we have, and John Stones to partner up with him as well. So Harry Maguire definitely has to be in there. And then, of course, all the quality we have up top with Harry Kane, Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, Jack Grealish, another player that hasn't had ever greatest seasons with Man City, but again with England brings some really good quality to the team. Mason Mount in midfield there as well. And we've also called up some players, Jared Bowen as well for his... I don't think it's his first time with England, but he's definitely not been named in a major competition before. I know this isn't major, but Jared Bowen has got the call up for this international week to play for England from West Ham, having a really good season with West Ham. So I'll go for a comfortable 3-0 victory to England, and we finally finish off with Italy versus Germany. Italy, not the same since they won the Euros. Got knocked out to North Macedonia in the playoffs to see who would qualify for the World Cup. They've not qualified for the World Cup. Germany as well is another team that's really fallen off, but with some of the quality players that they do have, I know you could say Italy have some top quality players. I'm going to back Germany. Both sides haven't been doing the greatest of what people would back them to do. I can't back Italy to score, although I do feel like they may get one. They need to get one, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 Germany victory. I think Germany's got this. Just Italy, they need, since the last few times they've played in their international week gaps, in the playoffs, and also in the actual the league for the qualification for the World Cup, drawing to Switzerland and drawing to Northern Ireland 0-0 as well. What's that all about, Italy? Then losing 1-0 to North Macedonia. So I do think Italy will score. They have to score, really. They can't... I know they've not scored against North Macedonia, Switzerland and Northern Ireland, which... really... What's happened there, Italy? But that's going to finish off my score predictions for the Nations League for Matchday 1 in all 4 groups just of League A. It's really complicated. But there we go. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.